Okay, this video tutorial is on how to create a button for your website, whether that's a donate button, a sign up button, or a button to break up content on a web page. So I'm just going to get straight into it. Step one, we're going to create a new blank canvas, new blank document. So to do that, press Command N or Control N on your keyboard, and then just call it, I'm going to make a donate button, so call it whatever you want, donate button. And then for the dimensions, I suggest you go with 400 pixels wide, 150 pixels in height, and a resolution of 72 pixels per inch, and you can leave the rest as default. Click OK. So that's step one done. Step two, we're going to use the shape tool to create the button shape itself and also select the color. So first of all, select the color from either your swatches palette up here or your color palette down here. Hopefully you've already got your Photoshop customized with your brand colors, so you can create buttons that are in line with your brand. I'm just going to choose this dark blue for this tutorial, so I've got that selected. Then we're going to use the shape tool to create the actual button shape. Now the shape tool is located down here in your tool section, but I'm all about the hotkeys, so just press U on your keyboard and that will select your tool. You can also switch through all the various tools by pressing Shift U. If you just watch what happens every time I press Shift U, it goes through all the tools. The shapes rather. So I'm going to go for the rounded square, a rounded rectangle, and then just getting the cursor in the top left of your canvas, click and drag, holding down to create your shape, and get the cursor in the opposite, roughly the same position on the opposite side of the canvas, and that just means that you have an equal white border around the tool, around the button rather. So that's step two done. Step three, we're going to use the text tool to write the copy that we want to appear inside the button. So again, using the hotkey, just press T for text. That's easy to remember. And once you have that, again, just click and drag to create a box from which you can then start typing. Now at the top of the screen you've got your controls for your text running along the top, and just like in any word processing program, choose your font, choose your size, and choose your color. So because we've got a blue button, I'm going to go for white just because it will stand out better, and then click OK. And then, like I said, we're going to create a donate button. Now this font's pretty horrible, so I would recommend downloading the font that again adheres to your brand guidelines. So write the copy that you want to appear, and then you can change the size accordingly. Size is located up there in the tools, the controls for the controls for the text. And then when you're happy, just click on the tick box here, and once that's done, you have the text in place to now move around. So don't worry about positioning it until you've got your font and your size and your color correct. When you're happy with that, then you can think about moving it. To move it, we're going to use a tool called Move Tool, which you press V for on the keyboard. So press V, and now you've got the control to just click and drag, and just position the text a bit more central. You can also use the arrows up, down, and left and right on your keyboard if you want to be a bit more, get a bit more of a fine tune to it. I often use the arrows, and then that looks about right to me. And that's step three done. So obviously you can write any copy you want, use any color for the text and the button that you want. You can also use any shape that you want, so you can maybe do a circle perhaps, or a square, it's up to you. Okay, step 4 is to simply save the button as, and we're going to save it as two things. We're going to save it as a JPEG, so it's ready to upload immediately to your website or your email marketing campaign. And we're also going to save it as a Photoshop document or a PSD, and that means you can then open it up again at a later date and change the text or maybe change the color. So if you were happy with the shape and dimensions of the button, you might want to use the exact same shape and dimensions to create a sign up button or a register button. So by saving it as a PSD, it means you can open it up again and then just simply change the text by double clicking on the T in the layers palette here. So you can see if I double click on the T, it then opens up the text to be edited again, and you could do something like sign up, just like that, and again click the tick box, and there we've got a completely different button. So to save as, Shift Command S or Shift Control S on a PC, and let's just save it as, first of all, you can see the format here. Save it as a Photoshop document first, and we'll call it donate button template. So that's that saved. And then again, Shift Command S or Shift Control S and change the format to JPEG. And then I'm going to save it as, well, I've changed it now to a sign up button. So sign up. So there. Now we've got the finalized version saved as a JPEG, and saving it as a Photoshop document means I have it saved as a template as well, and I can go in and edit as I want. That's it. 4 simple steps on how to create a button. Go ahead and do it. Good luck.